So if you're looking for a cute little gift bag to give someone a gift for this upcoming spring or any occasion, someone that may be a bird lover or just something cute that's in season, we've got exactly what you're looking for. And if you make that special someone one of the birdhouses that you can see behind me that we just finished putting together, this would be a nice little complimentary piece to give along with it. And this is something that you can actually use to put something inside of. It's a nice, a petite-sized Gable box that's got a birdhouse theme to go along with the actual birdhouse itself. So let's take a look at what I have in front of me here. This is going to go together pretty quick, I think. There's not much to it. And if I could find my glue bottle, that would be a start. I think this is it. Yep. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, and this is mostly a paper piecing sort of project. So we've got the back and one of the sides and the front and one of the sides. Okay. And we're just going to put that together. And it's pretty straightforward. So we're going to begin by working flat, as always, whenever possible. I try to do that. And this, again, is the back. This is the front with the little hole. There's going to be a piece of acetate to kind of create like a window illusion, so to speak. But on the back here, you're going to use the piece that doesn't have the cutout. This one has the little cutout. We're going to put a little hole or a little door for our birdhouse on the front. So again, this is the back piece. Let's get that in place. A lot of this is going to be just paper piecing. And now the front and back, you want to get aligned with almost up to the little score marks there. You want it to be centered left and right, but you want it to be higher up here than on the sides, or on the bottom, I should say, and compared to these pieces anyway. These pieces are going to be centered. And the reason for that is because we've got a little roof piece that's going to kind of extend down, and we want it to not leave a gap there. Okay, so that's piece number one, and we can put the next piece down. This cardstock that I'm using is, it's only got a pattern on one side, but it is thicker. This is not your typical 80-pound cardstock or pattern paper for that matter. I want to say this is at least 100. So it's really nice. And I did hit it with a little bit. This is a yellow paper, so I hit it with a little bit of orange ink. Actually, it was kind of orangey and pink. I think I did a little bit of both. Okay, so that's that piece. And we're going to put this piece on now for the top. I think the roof part, we're going to put that on after the box is together, since it's a little different than the rest of these panels that don't like drape off or roll off of anything. So when you place this one, just make sure that you're not obstructing the little cutouts for the little notch on the Gable box. Okay, so just get that glued down like that, and while you have it, you may as well just kind of get the tabs folded and ready so that we can assemble this thing. Okay, and that's roughly how it's going to go together. Okay, so literally that's half your box there. So we can move on to the other half. And it doesn't really matter where you start. Let's just get it going. It's going to go together quick. This is like a really cute little gift box that you can put together in no time at all. If you need something really quick, this would be a go-to, absolutely. Definitely one you want to have in your stash. Okay, there we go. Get that nice and centered on there. Don't obstruct the little hole for the notch. Let's fold this. Just get all this stuff folded. Increased. Okay. All right, so now we've got our little panel here, and I'm going to get that down. Okay, that looks good. And again, this one needs to be nice and centered, nice even border all the way around, top, bottom, left and right. That looks crooked. Let me try that one more time. See, even I make mistakes sometimes. Kind of just got the other birdhouses done, and now I feel like super confident and just kind of feel like I'm on a roll. And that's when you tend to make some mistakes here and there. So, as they say, slow your roll. And just go slow and take your time. There we go. That's a little better. That's more like it. Okay. All right, now this piece here, again, I'm gonna make sure that this one is kind of almost flush with those score marks. Okay, because that little roof is gonna drape over a little bit. Okay, and then just do a couple little crisscrosses here just to make sure that that sits nicely. Okay, so remember, this one up here is going to be a little flush, almost flush with the little score marks there, and then the border should be pretty even the rest of the way around. And you'll notice that it should meet up with the little hole here as well, the little birdhouse door. Okay, all right, so that's that. Now while we're here, we can go ahead and glue on our acetate. Now with the acetate, this is a very non-porous substance, so you are going to want to be patient while it sets, and my advice would be to get the glue out to the very edge and go a little thicker on this glue here. And the reason we want it on the edge is if you put something in here, if they pull it out, you don't want it to kind of rip or pull or grab and tear at the, or get stuck, lodged back there, is I guess what I'm trying to say. We don't want it to get caught on anything that you put in or take out. And then just run your finger along the edge there. Make sure that you're not obstructing the little score lines on either side. Okay, and that should sit nicely for us. You can see it's got that glass look. Okay, all right, so we can go ahead and connect these two segments together now. And we can do that by putting glue on this nice large tab here. Get some in the center, and then a nice little line right out to the edge. Run that out to the very edge. Okay, and you can put that down on your table and just get everything nice and aligned. Nice and lined up. And press that down. You can go ahead and flip it over onto itself like this, and that will ensure that everything is nice and lined up. You should be able to kind of run your finger on it. Everything should be nice and flush and aligned there. Okay, that looks good. Right now, you can go ahead and close this up. So let's put a little bit of glue on this tab here. And a nice little line right out to the edge. There we go. And a little bit down here. Perfect. And you should be able to just pop that down flat on your table. Okay, let's fold it on top of itself and then press down. And that looks good. There we go. Let me just be a little more patient with that one there. Give it a second. Okay, and that looks great. All right, so now just got to put the bottom on. Got two pieces that look the same here, these rectangles. One has a little L cut into it. That's our liner. That's going to go inside after we get the bottom on. And that's just going to help kind of stabilize this piece for us. So put some glue on the tab that's on the face of the project here. I always want to start with that because we can get that aligned nice and precise. And this is a rectangle, so make sure that you've got it lengthwise here up against this side. The short side is going to be the sides. Okay, so that looks nice and aligned. I can put that down on my surface and press down. And pick it up real quick, make sure it didn't move. That looks good. Now to close it up, get some glue on the remaining tabs. And then we're gonna do a little line right out to the edge so that it looks nice and seamless. Just like that. There we go. There we go. And last but not least, there we go. All right, so let's close this up. And just try to get it nice and lined up with the back, nice and flush. And then you can flip it over and get the sides. And just continue kind of running your fingers up and down the sides here, just to make sure that everything has a nice hold. There we go. Okay, so that is half the work. Pretty much done with that. Okay, let's put the little overlay for where the little door is. So we've got this pink piece that we're going to glue onto the shadow layer here underneath it. In my case, it's like a turquoise. So get your glue on there. And just line that up nicely. Make sure it lays on top of itself, or on top of the other piece, I should say, accurately. Okay, and we've got this little orange piece here that's going to go into the little circular area down here. So just glue that down. Okay. That looks good. Oh, our liner. Forgot about the liner. I'm going to move this out of the way. You can see how it's a good size. Throw a little bit of glue onto the tabs and then a little bit in the center. Take your liner and just pop it in, press it down. It's going to help kind of stabilize the box a little bit for us. And you can see how this thing closes. Okay, just like that. Now let's get some foam squares. We're gonna add some dimension to this by adding some foam squares. I think I could probably get away with, let's see, I'll do 4. Do one on top, one on the bottom, and then maybe one like right there. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay. Let me grab my X-Acto. Where are you? There you are. Okay. And just pop these off. Whoops. Come on. And once we get that on, we just have to put the roof on, and then we have a couple little flowers. Just little accents. Okay, so this, you can see the hole that we have here for the door. We just want to line that up with the existing little door. There we go, and just press that down. And there we have our little entrance for our bird, who hopefully will figure out that there's a window there and he shouldn't fly into it. But that's quite all right. Okay, and then finally, our little roof here. So the best thing to do probably would be to start by gluing the little handle portion. Kind of looks like a little purse. Let's get the handle in place, and then we can always peel it back and just make sure that it's nice and flush here on the sides, and then it's hitting that little score mark area. It should sit in there nicely. So just press that down and in. Okay, and then we can flip this back, and let's apply our glue around these little scallops here. And you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom because that is hanging off a little bit. Just go just slightly above that last little cutout and bring it down like this. Oh, I did peel these out. Don't put glue on these, obviously. And I kind of peeled them back a little bit just to kind of give it a little more dimension, like they're little ruffles on a roof. Little shingles, I should say, ruffles. I don't know, we're talking about potato chips. We're talking about a roof. Okay, so other side, same situation here. Just going to throw a little bit of glue onto the handle part. Make sure that it lines up nicely along the sides here, and then just push it up until you can't go any further into that little crack where the score lines are. Make sure it's nice and centered. And just press. Okay. And then you can peel this back. And let's get our glue onto these sections here. And then you just a little bit just below that little cutout. Bring it down. And just press, work your way down until that's nice and in place. Okay, so that's that. And this closes like so. Just kind of tuck it in and then pull up on the little handle part. And that'll keep it nice and closed for you. There we go. Okay, and finally, we've got little flowers here that are going to go in the corners here. If you want, grab a thin little dowel and just curl the petals back a little bit towards you. Okay, and that will kind of bring them to life. You can use a dowel. You could probably just get away with just kind of pinching it in your hand with your fingers. Okay, so just throw a little bit of glue on the back and pop it right there. You can see that there's a natural little outline for where the flower goes. I'll probably adorn that with some little rhinestones to give it the appearance of like a stamen. So you can see here, I'm just kind of scrunching it in my fingers instead of using a dowel. I think that just works quicker. And we're gonna end up flattening this out a little bit anyway, so that's pretty much it, guys. Just get the rest of the flowers in place here. And again, give them a little bit of life, but maybe they don't need to be curled too much. But they do look better if they have a little bit of curl to them. So, and of course, make sure you get enough glue on there. So again, very simple little project, very quick for a great little gift. You can actually see the gift through there. So if you don't want them to see it, throw a little tissue paper in there and hide it. But again, very springy, very quick, very simple, but cute, unique, and elegant. So if you make this or any of the projects for our For the Birds bundle, we'd love to see your version. So definitely take a minute and visit us on Facebook by doing a search for Dreaming Tree Group, and join myself and the almost 10,000 other dreamers that inspire us daily. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me and love the videos, take a moment and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. That lets me know that you love our videos and gets me excited to create more. So again, thank you for hanging out with me, and I look forward to crafting with you again.
Stay on top of all things Dreaming Tree and engage with us today. Get the latest news and enter in our giveaways on Facebook. Get inspired by following us on Pinterest. Be the first to see our new product launches on Instagram. Do you prefer Twitter? Yep, we're there too. Watch our beautiful product trailers and assembly tutorials on YouTube. For more information, visit www.3dsvg.com. Live, craft, love, and dream.